This is Lindsay. Good afternoon. It is, there's some car out there. It is Saturday, January 10th, 2026. Something I wanted to say that I wanted to add to what I was talking about in my other videos about this whole thing with this abusive bullshit hoovering crap, to get even or to get me embarrassed or confuse me and all that this man is doing, clearly, trying to test my ability to discern, test my ability to, just seeing how I react to all this shit that he's doing, clearly, intentionally, to further psychologically abuse me, to label me as the one who's crazy, when in fact they're the ones who are provoking. Because whenever they keep coming back to Hoover like that, when it's over and they disappeared and you ended it, or the discard happened or whatever, and they come back, they're only coming back to test you. They'll say shit like, oh, I really missed you, or oh, I'm so happy to see you. And they'll start doing the whole fake kind of love bombing thing all over again. But it's all fake, right? It's all completely fabricated, fake bullshit. Okay, it's all a lie. It's not, they don't care about you because they never did and they never will. And that's one thing that is very difficult for people when you've been involved with these kinds of people, these manipulative liars, narcissistic psychopath type people. It's really difficult to try to comprehend that they never cared, that they really genuinely never cared about you as an individual, or your needs or your desires, your anything. They don't, because all they focus on is themselves and how you are going to fulfill something that they need. And that's it. You can sit there and try to think that, no, that's not true. No, but at the end of the day, when you really realize it, once again, that's what they're about. They're all about themselves, and pretty much nothing that you do is going to ever be enough for them. And whenever they tell you things, just realize that most of the time it's a lie. If you're going to ask them a question about something about their past, about something that maybe they did the other night before, or with it's going to be another lie, because they want to keep you confused and overwhelmed and anxious, and they want to keep you in a state of anxiety. And once again, that's kind of like they're trying to form a trauma bond with you, to keep you attached to them emotionally or psychologically or physically. For some people, when you have a physical addiction to these people, because what they'll do initially in this first stages of these relationships is they try to get you hooked to them sexually. Notice how narcissistic people, they are always rushing intimacy into a relationship. They don't want to take their time to get to know you. They don't want to take their time when it comes to that. They're just eager to get that accomplished very early on into the relationship, which is going to make the person, I want to call the person their victim, their whoever they're with, their supply. It's going to make you feel overwhelmed. It's going to make you feel like it's going to make you feel pressured, like you have to do that, or else there's going to be consequences, or else you're going to look like a failure, or they're going to use that against you. They're going to call you, oh, you're just boring, you don't like to have fun, or you're just a boring gray rock, or because you're not some adventurous little fucking prostitute, pardon my language, in the bedroom. Because that's what they really, deep down, that's what they want. That's what they secretly desire, somebody who acts like a porno somebody. Because that's what these sick people are about. They're all about the physical aspect of everything. It's disgusting, because you'll see things that they do little side comments that they make about things from their past or whatever, they're fucking perverts. They're perverts, they're sex addicts, and they don't care. Once again, it's not about creating a real relationship or connection with somebody. It's all about that. They focus so much on the person's looks, about your performance in the bedroom or whatever, about things that are very, that are important, or it's important, for some people, things like that. Yeah, it matters in a relationship, intimacy, but not to the point where that's all they focus on, and not to the point where they pressure you into being somebody who you're not, and to look like somebody, to look like a tramp, or to dress like a prostitute, basically, to please them, and to parade around, showing off in high heels and little skimpy clothing because they need that, because otherwise these impotent fucking assholes can't get a hard on. Because they're old and impotent, and they blame you for that. Once again, it's your fault for not being a little prostitute to entertain them and, dance around and fucking turn somersaults for them, okay? And they'll make weird comments about, like, stuff from their past, like maybe with their ex. Oh, I would come home from a long day at work, and she would be wanting to talk to me about her dog and about her mother. And he's saying, I don't want to care. I don't care about that. I just want to go relax. And why don't you do something to entertain me? Like, dance around or do something to get me excited or to make me pay attention. You see, he was saying that about his ex-wife. So obviously, what he's trying to say by repeating that story to me over and over again, which he's done, about how she's just got boring to a point where it's just like he wasn't sexually aroused anymore, right? Because she had been working all day and he came home from work in the evening, late. Probably he was out fucking his coworker or having an affair. And that's probably why they divorced, is that he was having so many affairs. I'm sure that part of what went wrong in his relationship, and I'm talking about this now because I see straight through his fucking bullshit. He's gone years without having proper therapy about why things end in his life, because he never confronts the reality. And the reality is that he cheated on her. He abused her, probably psychologically, and fucked with her emotionally. And I'm talking about his ex-wife, who I don't know the woman, but I have a feeling that's part of the toxicity that was going on in that relationship, is that she probably got so fucking tired of his manipulations and lies and just being treated like a goddamn sex object. She probably got sick of it, and she probably found out that he was having affairs, and maybe even affairs with men, maybe even bisexual affairs or whatever, because a lot of these men, like I said, these narcissistic men are fucking closeted homosexuals. They're gay. They're closeted gays. And they're in denial about that. So they take that out on their wife or their girlfriend or whoever, because they're gay and they're angry about it. Or they're bisexual and they're angry about it. So you become their emotional punching bag for that. So that could be part of what was going on with that whole scenario with his ex, who supposedly, he never got over her. He clearly was never over her. If a person has a picture of their ex-wife or ex on their Facebook, and that's the only photograph that they have, besides a couple, doesn't that tell you something right there, that they're not over that person, or that there's something that's like unfinished, something going on? It would seem pretty obvious. So I figured that out a long time ago, and that right there was another big red flag about this guy is a liar. He's hiding something, and he's not over. If you can't get over your ex, then why try to get involved with someone else to drag them into all that fucking drama and bullshit? But that's what they do, because they expect you to fix what they never could. They expect you to babysit them, to be their therapist, to be their sex object, to be their, just someone who they can mess around with and fuck around with emotionally and psychologically and physically. You're a doll, a wind-up doll. Do this, do that, dress this way, eat this, eat that, don't eat this. This is how they are. It's just disgusting, and it's no wonder nobody really wants to be with them. It's no wonder they're single. It's no wonder that they can't maintain any real significant relationship with somebody that lasts after a major breakup or a marriage that failed. No wonder. Think about it. No wonder. And then they blame you for figuring it out. They get mad at you because you see through it and you call them out for it, and they're in denial, and so they blame shift, scapegoat. You're the bad one. You're the evil one because you see through the mask. And then they blame you because you see through it. And they never take the time, like I said, initially notice how they love bomb you. Okay, they love bomb you. They compliment you. You're pretty. You're this. You're that. You're gorgeous. You're sexy. It's whatever in the initial stages of the love bombing, and then all that goes away, and then it becomes like the whole devaluation. Like, they just start nitpicking about every little thing about you, making fun of you, mocking you, insulting you in subtle ways, because they are looking for perfection and they expect you to be somebody who they want you to be. But you're not that person, and you don't need to be someone who you're not just to please somebody who's never going to be satisfied anyway, right? But this is what they do, and it's just a subtle form of gaslighting, and it's, psychological manipulation and abuse and control. It's about them needing to control the narrative of whatever happens in your life, even if the relationship is long over. The discard happened, whatever, it's over. In your mind, it's fucking over. You don't care what they're doing. You don't want to know what they're doing. And then they come back, right? They come back and you start asking them some questions. Well, what have you been up to? Have you been with anyone else? And they fucking lie, right? But they do that because they don't want you. You've been on a healing journey. Maybe you're fucking healed from that person. You don't even care. Like I said, you're not thinking about them. You don't care what they're doing. You don't care who they're with. But they want to keep on showing back up into your life to mess up your progress, to mess up your anything, because they don't want you to move on from what they fucked up. They don't want you to, they just can't. They can't handle not being in control of a person, even if the relationship is 5 years over, 10 years over. They feel like every person from their past is a part of their harem. And that's what I'm trying to explain about narcissistic, somatic, controlling narcissistic individuals or psychopaths, is that every single ex is somebody who they just put back on the shelf and get back down whenever they get bored with whoever they're with. And they get that person from their past, they take it down from the shelf, and they try to recycle it and act like nothing ever happened, and like everything's hunky-dory, and never confronting the real issue. No, they don't want to do that. Instead, they just dance around that and act like everything's okay and we're cool, and no, they don't know how to talk like it. They don't know how to have an adult conversation about what's really going on, because for that represents failure for them. It represents shame. It shows that they're not perfect. It shows that they have faults. And so when you're not perfect for them in their eyes, which God knows what that is supposed to mean, because nobody or nothing's good enough for them, but they punish you. They want to come back to punish you, to test you, to try to manipulate you, to try to interfere with whatever is going on in your life. They want to interfere and control it and damage it. Damage you, damage your reputation, do a smear campaign, do a reverse discard, all that shit, which they instigated, and they push your fucking buttons to the point that, you get mad and you talk about it because you're pissed off at what they do. You're pissed off at them doing the shit that they do, invading your privacy, coming into your fucking house, taking over, acting like they own you, and you're just supposed to act like that's okay. Come on back anytime you want. Here I am at your disposal, right? Here I am just, whatever, just do what you want with me. I don't have any feelings. I'm just your emotional rag and your doormat. Do whatever you want, That's what they expect. And that's how they treat most people. They treat most of their victims, I hate to say that word, but they treat most of their partners or exes as a doormat, like something that they can utilize when they need, what they need, when they want it, and that's it. And when they get what they want, they're gonna fucking disappear again and come back and hoover and all that shit because they need the attention. They need the drama. They come into your life and create the fucking drama. I'm not a drama queen. I don't work at some fucking Saks Fifth Avenue with a bunch of, prissy. I don't work in that kind of fucking environment, thank God. I wouldn't want to, because I know how those kinds of people are in that. And then they make fun of the fact that this is what they do. They maybe grew up in a bad part of town, right? Not such a great part of the neighborhood. But now they work in a better area or something. And they have a job where maybe they're doing... But they have to, look how much money I make. And look at... They make fun. It's like they're so insecure about things from their past or about who they really are, or maybe the way they grew up, that they have to make sure that you feel bad about yourself, or that you are like, it's like they always have to prove something. I think it's like, I don't care if you fucking grew up in the projects. I don't care if you grew up in Beverly Hills. What's the fucking point? It's like they're always trying to compare themselves to everybody else. Like, look at me and look what I have, and it's like they have this arrogant insecurity, and it comes off as being very arrogant, but it's actually their own insecurities about maybe the way they grew up, or something financial, or something about money, or something that and you'll see the way they behave in public, about in public places, in a shopping mall or a department store, for example. They'll make fun of people. Oh, that person is fat. Look at the fat people, and look at this, and look at that, and look at the clothing. It just hangs off me, how it fits, and look, it's like they want to brag about themselves all the time, and at the expense of everyone else, make these people look bad because they're not perfect. They don't have the perfect body. They're not 6'3" or whatever, but they're a little bit overweight, right? They don't look so good. And oh, look at him, that looks horrible on her. It's so her stomach's just hanging out of that. It's like this insecure. It's why do people do that? The only kinds of people that are always making fun of everybody else's appearance and clothing and style are people who are insecure, bullies. You don't go around doing that to people just because they don't look perfect, because they don't dress in a way that you find. I mean, this is the way these fucking people are, and it gets to the point where it's so fucking annoying and just disgusting behavior that you just feel you don't want to be around that kind of toxic shit. It's just toxicity where all they do is drag everybody else down to make themselves feel elevated. Oh, you're fat. You're ugly. You don't look good. You can't wear a size 00X small, tight little fucking mini skirt, and look at you. And this is how they are. It's disgusting, pretentious behavior. And you have to wonder, who the fuck raised them? Who acts like that? What kind of people behave like that? I was never taught to treat people like that, ever growing up, just because they look different or they don't dress properly or they're a little bit overweight. I mean, what the fuck, It's so uncomfortable the way they are. But it's clearly what they're doing is, once again, they're projecting. They are projecting their own anger and unresolved issues from God knows how many years ago onto total strangers. Yet they mock and make fun of you and triangulate you with all these women or people, right? They're always triangulating you with other people to get you to react in a way that makes you look crazy and jealous and insecure when they are the ones fucking provoking it. It's common sense that if you're intimate with somebody in an intimate kind of way that's very intimate and sexual, then what the fuck, you have the right to know if they've been intimate with other people behind your back, and then they come back and try to get back with you, God, they probably have so many fucking STDs and shit that they're spreading around, that they refuse to get a test for STDs, which is also fucking disgusting what these people do. They just come around when they want something, and God knows however many people they've been fornicating with or doing. You know, you don't want to be with these people because they're filthy dirty. They're dirty. They hide dirty secrets from everybody. And eventually, let me tell you that eventually whatever the fuck it is that these men, it's mostly narcissistic, bisexual men are hiding, closeted gays. Sorry, but I'm not a homophobic, but god damn it, if you're fucking gay, then just be open about it, god damn it. Quit trying to fucking hide it. Or quit trying to hide your fucking bisexuality. What's the fucking point? Because it's gonna fucking, it makes me so mad the way they use women is a beard. Okay, when a gay man is a closeted gay or bisexual and he's too fucking, he can't be honest about it, he's gonna use women they call that, whenever he's gay or bisexual and he's using a straight woman, such as myself, a heterosexual female, they call that's his quote unquote beard. Okay, this is what the terminology is called. They use a woman as a quote unquote beard to try to camouflage their bisexuality because they feel so ashamed about it for whatever fucking reason, maybe the way they are raised, their mother or whoever making fun of them if they're gay, so they have to hide it. They try to hide the fact that they're bisexual or gay because of the shame and guilt that they feel because of how their family or what the way they are raised and Catholic or whatever. Okay, this is common sense. So they take it out on you, the scapegoat, the fucking female who they think is so stupid and naive. Oh no, I'm not that fucking dumb, sir. You know what? I can see through it from a fucking mile away. Seriously? But this is just part of their sick behavior. I'm just saying you have to really protect yourself, protect your heart, protect your spirit, your soul from these soul-sucking, whatever, vampires. I mean, they're like vampires. They suck your fucking energy. They use you to do something that they need, that they claim that they can't. They act so needy and demanding, and they get that. You give them what they want, and then they fucking disappear and start treating you like shit again, all over again. Like, oh, you're, subtle little fucking comments that you see what they're trying to say to you. Okay, making fun of your hair, making fun of your fucking clothes, what you eat, what you buy, what supplements you take. Every little thing about you becomes something that they can fucking mock. What kind of person does that? What kind of mature adult is gonna do that? I can't be around that kind of shit. I can't be around people that put on a fucking facade for me and then act completely different in public. Or that, it's like they treat you like shit and they treat total strangers better than you. It's so disrespectful. It's very disrespectful the way they behave. And you becoming so used to the behavior, just give in and like, oh, it's okay, I'm going to forgive them. It's okay, they have problems, or this is just how they are. No, it's not okay, because they know what they're doing. They know exactly what they're doing, and they're bullies. They're just bullies, arrested development adults who cannot seem to cope with the fact that they're not perfect anymore, that maybe they're a bit of an aging narcissist and they can't get their way all the time now. So they're angry. They're angry that they're not the hottest man in the room anymore and they can't have any woman they want. Or that they got rejected or somebody discarded them maybe, that they were, maybe they got discarded by somebody who they were, this is a way they do, and then they take it out on you. You become the one that they blame for this shit. So once that fucking door is closed, it's fucking closed, right? And this time, I swear to God, I'm not letting this man back into my life again. I'm not here to fix your fucking problems. I'm not here to play your fucking games anymore, and I'm not your victim. I'm not going to be your victim or your scapegoat or your doormat or joke. I just can't deal with that stress of trying to fucking bend over backwards to please somebody who's never gonna be happy. They just come here, take shit, take what they want. Let me have some stuff out of your garage for my mom's garage. Oh, go ahead, Lewis. Take whatever the fuck you want. Go ahead. Take everything. Take my whole fucking house, why don't you? Take all my money. What else you fucking want? My body, my money, my sanity? What do you want? Take it, asshole. Shit. You just give in to every fucking thing they want to the point that you're nothing, that you're just left like basically homeless. That's how you feel at the end of the day. You're so goddamn drained from these people because they're so fucking demanding. It's never enough for them fucking assholes, ever. And it's just, you feel so fucking dumb by giving in again, thinking that, they make you look desperate and crazy when in fact I'm defending myself. I don't have a fucking father and I don't have any relatives here who give a shit about me. I'm alone. These people target me because I'm alone. They target me because I don't have a big supportive system. I go to the gym every once in a while. I don't even talk to anybody at the fucking gym. I have like 1 or 2 friends, 1 or 2 acquaintances, and that's it here in San Antonio. And that's good that I have a few, but that's it. And I'm not going to call every time something's going wrong and start whining and bitching to my friend and this is what's going on. They don't care. They've got their own lives and problems. You think they want to deal with my shit? I have to talk about it in my videos because I don't have a choice. I feel like I don't. Well, I do, but this is my therapy. I'm not going to go, oh, you know what? I could be a goddamn psychiatrist. I could be a master's degree or PhD social worker or therapist. I could easily do that. I could be pretty fucking good at it too. I think with my experience in life and with narcissistic psychopaths. I think I'd be pretty good at it, quite frankly. And I'm not trying to toot my own fucking horn, but I think that I know I have the right to be angry about feeling this abused and used all the time. Being seen as some little weak coward who's, not perfect. I don't give a shit what they think. But you know what? Since I'm on a rant, I thought I would say what happened yesterday. Because this person, he was so... I was like, should I fucking block him again? Why did I give him my phone number again? Why did I do that? I had changed my number so many times, and here I go again giving him my fucking phone. Well, no, not that. He snatched my fucking phone. In my house, he took my phone and got I wasn't going to give him my phone number, but he took my phone and got my phone number. He got my phone and dialed his number. Somehow he got my phone number. I didn't give it to him, but that's what happened. That's how that resulted. And I'm not going to, I can't change my number again right now. I can't change my number for the 10th time because of this man. I just have to ignore him and block him. That's all I can do. Because he's going to keep on fucking up my life as much as he can. No matter how many chances I've given him, no matter how fucking genuine and nice I am, that's not going to be good enough. He's going to continuously try to fuck up everything and anything about me. Because he deep down, he hates me so much that he wants me dead. I feel. That's how I feel. That's what my soul and heart tells me. Watch out, Lindsay. This guy he's got some predatory, something's wrong with him. He's a borderline stalker, and he wants to ruin you. He wants to destroy your life. If anybody, the motherfucker poisoned me before. Okay, and here I am letting him back in my house after the motherfucker put poison in this I should get rid of this cup, as a matter of fact. But this is a cup that he put fucking poison in. At the bottom of this cup is where I found those goddamn poison seeds that he got from that fucking, his girlfriend, whatever, his fuck buddy or drinking pal, Anita, whatever her fucking name is. This is not a joke. I swear to God, I'm not making this stuff up. And here I am letting him back in my house. What is he going to do next time? Try to shoot me? Is he going to get a gun and try to kill me? Or something? Who knows what goes on in the minds of these psychopaths. But you're sleeping with a fucking enemy. You're in bed. I'm in bed with this guy's fucking wants me destroyed. And here he's in my bed, my room, my house. And I don't even know who the fuck he really is. For all I know, he's been in prison for 10 years. For all I know, he's a pedophile, a registered pedophile. I don't know. Or a sex predator. I do not know. I don't know who the fuck he really is. I honestly don't know. But I feel my instincts and intuition tells me that there's something off about him. That there's something that he's not telling me. That there's something that I need to pay attention to what that intuition, because there's something that doesn't add up. And I have to go with that feeling that I get around him. That there's certain feelings that people get, that they give you this weird feeling of something that's unsettling, that you can't quite put your finger on, but you feel a little bit something is off, right? And that's your intuition speaking to you about, warning you about certain situations or people. And that's, to me, if that's happening, that's probably a sign from God warning me, telling me something that I need to really, really fucking pay attention to and quit ignoring it and quit putting it to the fucking test. I'm going to be dead. I'll be dead and nobody's going to fucking know. This motherfucker might try to kill me. I don't know who he's connected to. I don't know, but there's something that he is hiding. That much I know for sure. What exactly it is, if he's got kids, if he's married, if he's living a double life, there's something that he's hiding. 100% sure about it. So yesterday, here's what happened. I was like, I wanted to be left alone. I had not blocked him. And he calls me demanding that I it's like I'm trying to fucking do my own thing, take care of some stuff. And he's, what's wrong with you this time? You're not answering my calls. What's wrong with you? How come you're not? I wanted to go for a walk. And I'm just like, I said, I want to be left alone. I'm sorry, I can't do that today. Please, I'm busy. Not today. What's wrong now? What did I do? What's wrong with you this time is what he said in his fucking text message. I'm like, what the fuck? You just got what I just saw you. I've spent 3 days with you in a row pretty much. Well, what? Just leave me alone. Let me take a breath, please, you know? But, and then that made him mad because I didn't immediately answer his text, or I was like, you know, that's why you block these people. You know, now I'm realizing, why did I block him in the first place? Because of his fucking demanding nature, maybe? I don't know. So then yesterday, when he leaves here, yesterday evening, whatever, he's like, let me, you know, I'll call you tomorrow, I'll text you tomorrow, and we'll go for a walk or whatever. I was like, yeah, whatever. And I didn't even look, I don't even, you know, they'll say shit like that to try to keep you, is he going to text me? Is he going to call me? And just like anxiously waiting by the phone. You know, this is what they want you to keep you tied to them and wondering, when is he going to call me or text me? And, you know, this is what they do to keep you fucking dangling like a carrot to their unsatiated demands and sexual predatory desires. And so I was like, you know, he hasn't texted me. It's 10 o'clock or whatever. He hasn't bothered to fucking text or whatever. Because I'm sure he's with whoever. He probably got fucking shit-faced out last night and got shitty drunk and slept in some fucking motel with somebody, knowing the way he is. Because he's such a sex addict. I wouldn't fucking doubt it for a minute. Or he's with his other girlfriend or whatever. And I don't even fucking care. Because I know that he's lying to me about so much shit, that I've called him in so many fucking lies. And so I was like, you know what? I'm going to just block him again. I've got to just block this guy. This is it. I've had enough. And they use other people to try to triangulate you, right? If I'm on a dating site, which he knows that I'm on a fucking dating site because I'm single, just like he is. What's the big deal? I'm not fucking every guy I go out with or barely even dating anybody. I certainly know how to control my sex desires, unlike this asshole. But so yeah, I'm on a dating site because I'd like to meet a man who's honest. For once, a man who actually takes me seriously and respects me with honesty like I deserve. So yes, I'm still looking for somebody, and I'm on a dating site, and I'm happy to admit it. But they'll fuck up that. If they know you're on a dating site, they're going to make sure they destroy that because they don't want anybody, if they can't have you and control you, they sure as a fuck don't want anybody else to try to have you, right? Even though they hate you, they can't stand you, they sure as a hell don't want anybody else to take their place. This is what they do. They can't just let you move on. They can't just let go and let you move on with your life without trying to fuck it up. They're allowed to do whatever they want. They're polyamorous. They're not monogamous. They don't believe in monogamy. That to them, that word is like a foreign, disgusting word. Monogamy to these people is something they find utterly disgusting. They find it disgusting. And they're going to compare you, whoever the last person was who they were fully sexually intimate with, I'm talking about intercourse, full-on intercourse with, they're going to keep on comparing you to that person and acting like, why won't you do this with me? Why can't you let me stick it up? I want to come inside of you. I want to be inside. I'm like, no! I don't know who the fuck you've been with in the past couple weeks. I don't want you to do that with me because I don't trust you. And you tell them no, and they can't handle, you set boundaries, and they can't stand that because they feel rejected. Well, yeah, I'm protecting my body and my soul and my energy because I don't trust you. You've already gotten what you want. You've gotten plenty of what you want from me as far as what you intimately desire, as far as something that and I don't want to, you don't want to get that far with certain people because you don't know who they are. And if they can't make a commitment to you, but they want to have sex with you, they want to have full-on intercourse with you, yet they don't want to commit to you, and you've been with them and you've known them for 2-3 years now, isn't there something wrong with that? Then that means they don't give a shit about you, that there's something they don't want, obviously. I'm not going to answer that. And so... I'm not going to answer it. But yesterday, when we were at the park, because he wanted to go for a walk, and I was like, fine. I'm not going to let him interrupt me right now. So I was walking, we were walking at the park, Confluence Park, right? And then this thing. He's asking me all these questions about my past and about acting like he cares. I'm like, you don't really care about anything about me. And then I come across this thing. The Confluence over by the river walk. Over by that trail. This. And I was like, what is that? The Magnum? And I was like, Magnum PI? Magnum? I feel like they just put little things out to try to, like little things. And then on the way back, it's like I said, I'm going to keep this as a souvenir. And then when we're going back to his car over by the Mission Concepcion, we're crossing the street and I see a U-Haul. It says W.W. White. It's a U-Haul with a black woman, like her, smiling, a big grinning black woman with her kind of dreadlock hair or whatever. And it says W.W. White. Right there was we're crossing the street. No, what? W.W. White? That's the name of a street over here on the east side, by the way. But what? And then that starts making me think of Bobby White, Magnum PI. I'd started saying Magnum PI, and then I'm thinking about that man, Bobby White, with white security and white whatever, who was is this just all fucking random coincidence? And I swear to God, I saw that fucking that U-Haul van trailer, W.W. White with the black woman smiling. No, that's not any kind of anything. That's just another coincidence, isn't it? Just like everything else in my life. This popper, I'm starting to think that and there are all these people driving by, slowing down, laughing. It was like a fucking reality show. I felt like I was on some kind of fucking hidden camera reality show. Just that little outing.